Reviving dead leads, one of my favorite topics, whether it's personally or professionally. No one likes to be ghosted. Of course not. We don't like to be ignored. We want an answer. We're in such a fast moving world that we want to close one deal, close one conversation, and move on to the next one. But that is not the world that we're currently living in. And earlier today, I taught Reviving Dead Lead. You can put your name in the comments if you would like a recording of that. And what I'm going to encourage you to consider when you're thinking about old leads in your database, because there's no such thing as a bad lead, it's just one that's not converted yet. And there's a lot of money spent on leads. So when you're going back to old leads or leads that are not converted, what I want you to remember in is that in the story of their life, we are not the main character. We are just an extra. We're just an extra. We're not the main focal point. We're not the main person. We're just someone who can maybe help them with something that they were looking to do, whether that's hiring someone for their team or buying or selling a home or whatever that is. So if you're if you're looking to get back in the game with leads who you haven't talked to in a while or who you felt had ghosted you, there's a few different ways to do it. Number one, what I'm going to say is let's not go in too hard too fast. We're not going to try and get married on the first date. So I might re enter the conversation saying, "Hey, Andrea, it is Bob with XYZ Company. The last time we spoke, you had said X was a priority. I haven't heard from you in a little bit. Is everything okay?" So, depending on the relationship, I'm going to take the more human approach versus, is that still a priority to you? That can be a harder go in, especially if something could go be going on in their personal life. If it's someone who maybe came to an open house who I haven't heard from, I might say, "Hey, Andrea, this is Bob with XYZ Company. We met an open house last November. Out of curiosity, did you find a home yet?" Or out of curiosity, is finding a home in Katy, Texas still important to you and your family? So I think before we say, "Hey, you're ignoring me, you're ghosting me," and be all sorts of annoyed, is let's do a temperature check to see if everything's all right in their life. And or you can go more business-like and see if whatever they said was a priority before is still a priority to them. If that's not a route you'd like to take, and maybe you want to do a more general invitation, you're sending an email or it's a phone call or even a text message, but say it's an email. You could say something like, "Hey, Bob, it is Andrea at XYZ Company. We have X coming up. Not sure if you'd like the invite. Don't send the invite with them. Don't send the link with it. Just ask them a yes or no question if they want the invitation to something that would support their goal. That could be a seminar, that could be a webinar, that could be an in-person event. So the first formula that I used was somebody called opening fact question, name, mutually agreeable fact, easy to answer question. The second entry into the conversation is also a rejection free opening, and that's not sure if it's for you. And when you use the phrase not sure if it's for you, you're speaking directly to their subconscious because they're thinking to themselves, "Well, I'll let you know if it's for me or not." And then if you're reaching back out and if you haven't heard from them, it's like, "Hey, you're still on my mind. I haven't forgotten about you, even if you have other things going on in life." So if you're going to say, "Hey, Andrea, this is Bob with XYZ Company. Not sure if it's for you, but we have this coming up," you could stack it one on top of the other with an opening fact question and not sure if it's for you. So it might go something like this: "Hey, Andrea, this was Bob with XYZ Company. The last time we spoke, you said XYZ was a priority for you. Not sure what your plans are for that item this year. Not sure if it's for you, but we have this thing coming up, webinar, call, event. If you'd like the invite." And then send your name off, and they can reply, whether it's text message or email, whether that's for them. So if getting back into conversations is something that you'd like more information on, we had a 30-minute call today. I have the recording. Just drop in the comments, revive, and I'll send you the recording. If you want a deeper understanding and a deeper
Hi, I'm Nicole Kramer.
And I'm Andrea Ferry Daniels.
And we are Exactly What to Say certified guides. And we are so thrilled to announce that we are coming back with an incredible program for you called Exactly What to Say. And the people that are perfect for this opportunity are professionals in their industry that are looking to up-level how they show up to the critical moments that matter in their life.
If you're interested in this program, the link is in the comments below, or feel free to reach out to Nicole or I directly through Instagram or phone call.
We'd love to see you there.